So I'm on my way to go and pick up my tickets to my sports. Just happened to come across one of these after I popped out of a train station. And this is a thing that, so obviously it's a playground, so you can see like the little kids playing over here. But you'll also see some stuff kind of going on over here where it's more for like the pensioners, so like give the older folks an excuse to come out and get like a little exercise. I've been exposed to this in some of the trips that I've done to Asia. And I think it's a good idea. Good morning, friends. So yesterday was a little bit of a shit show in the sense that there was some computer problems, so it actually took pretty much the entire day to get my hands on these, but I got my hands on them. So I had originally 11 tickets in total, and there's a gentleman in the hostel here that had a ticket that he was trying to unload for cost for an event that I wasn't already going to, so I thought, hey, why not? So today is two events to Gymnastics Artiste, which is a floor routine. I bought this equestrian ticket from that gentleman for the following day, and I actually have a couple of days. So this would be judo, that is Olympic weightlifting, that will be volleyball, not beach volleyball, regular volleyball, fencing, let's see, badminton, boxing, followed by more boxing, table tennis, which I'm really looking forward to, but it's going to be a riot, and of course synchro swimming. Because of the earliness of my event, I didn't actually know how long it's going to take me to get to this thing. So I made a point of trying to wake up as early as possible, which turns out was pretty early. I managed to get out of bed at about 5:30. So all of this was still dark, so now it's maybe 45 minutes later, so we're kind of just in this process of seeing the sun come up. So let's see. Just for perspective, so the ocean would be back this way. And I think that the venue I went and showed you yesterday is actually probably a little bit farther like back there. Not that you can see it. So there's a train line that's running pretty much just like straight down along the coast. So that's where the Sugarloaf is, that big rock. That's it's one of the more recognizable sightseeing items of Rio, I'm told. Although that being said, I've never actually heard of it until I came here. Oh, good lord, that's right. So this is just kind of for my own amusement, like I heard people say about this, but this is a party that's still going. So you kind of see there's a couple of folks in there that are just kind of, wrapping it up for like the day here, and there's like a well-established tract of empty like beer bottles, and not so much beer bottles, but like beer glasses like on the ground there. So not to belabor like a point, but this is now like about 7 o'clock in the morning. All of these people you can see like around here, and all of these people you can see around here, that's like the bar crowd like wrapping up. So there's this mishmash of people that are like on their way to work, and there's all these other people that are like on their way home to go and crash. So I see just miscellaneous people there, like making out and like, kind of finishing off their night, and I guess. This thing here, this white thing, that's a former aqueduct that got turned into a bit of a tram service. It doesn't seem to be rerunning right now, whatever happened to it. And this thing, not super apparent behind like the trees, but that's actually like a major church citadel kind of thing that I guess is supposed to be pretty cool when you tour around like at the inside of it. Okay, so just for funsies, this is outside the venue I was just in. You can see, actually I haven't really explored what all the different buildings over here are, what this guy is. And I think there's one more behind this guy. So we've got a whole kind of like an Olympic park. I think that's what this area is called, is the Olympic Park. So just gonna do a little bit of a 90 here. So the event that I'm gonna go and see later today, the one that I just saw, and I'm gonna see another version of, or another event of the same thing, was in this building right here. This was the Olympic, just the Olympic Arena, not so creatively titled. If you look way over here, you see like a bunch of other people that are now kind of like milling about, and so like that's kind of where I got stuck in line limbo. So I can imagine, if you will, if you can kind of see like buses moving there, me getting stuck out there for like an hour and a half or more just to get to where I'm standing here. So that was a little bit on the frustrating side. Then all of a sudden somebody opens up the gates and everybody loses their mind and just books it. So I feel like this could have been like organized like a little bit better, because it seemed like not everybody was even really checking that hard once I got to the metal detector, but maybe that's just because it's a matter of things getting kind of late. So I don't know, I guess that's the balancing act. You know, on the one hand you want to be secure, on the other hand you want to have a lot of good customer service and get people in and out and happy and onto their events. So I draw out the complaining because it's sort of the second day of me having to kind of deal with this, and so like maybe it's going to be sorted out. And this was a more popular event too, so as I go to say like weightlifting in a couple of days, you know, that one's a little bit more chilled out because it's not quite as much of a spectator port, so maybe that will be a little bit easier on me. So, as I predicted, the line's starting all the way over there, stretching all the way over here. It's a good sign that the line's actually moving. So I kind of expected I was going to get stuck in line for another 45 minutes or so. However, the situation has improved. So I had the foresight to go and like get one of the lines out here, which also was perilously slow. However, I have a beverage now, so, you know, what could go wrong now? Alright, kiddos, second event. So, down here, we've actually got a little bit better seats this time, so I can see everything a little clearer than where I was before. So I was sitting about over here before, and I didn't have a good sight line of the vault, which is nice. I mean, it's nice now that I can kind of get a little better view of everything. So, parallels, vault, rings, that'd be the horse, just open mat, and this thing will be just like the high bar. It's a little unfortunate it's obstructed here, but I can move around with like somebody I want to go see here. So it's a different set of countries than I was here before. This one's a little bit more weighted towards like Great Britain, although I'm seeing some of the same mix of the guys I saw earlier. Now, it's my understanding the teams will go and like circulate around through all these different stations, and they'll create like average scores like across that, and that's kind of like we're in the qualification land, so that will be kind of how it determines who goes to like the finals or the semifinals gets after this. So it's all done by like a point system where you get sort of like an average across that. If you wish to find out more, go to the Googles, because I am not in a position to go and tell you this much more right now, and really I'm just doing this for myself. So this is pretty fun. Once again, I was just kind of outside in the line for going and grabbing stuff to like, you know, snacks, and had a little BS session with a couple of Americans where we were kind of reminiscing about how like shitty the service is here. Like, we're very much like an island time kind of attitude here, where there's like, you know, clearly like, you know, any little problem comes up, that's just like a complete like traffic stop and anything coming to like commerce. So I understand why, even though like, this is considered the economic powerhouse of the nation, or economic powerhouse of the continent, you know, clearly got some like issues there that they should probably like go and deal with. But anyways, so it was much less time like getting in here, and so I actually can go and like watch like the beginning of the event to the middle to the end if I want. The line that I was in, I did actually go get like a snack. It wasn't a very great snack. It was just like I went and asked for like a cheeseburger, and they went and had one of those like Hagar's, you know, out of a gas station kind of style thing that was cold. So like, you know, but at least I got some calories going on. Unfortunately, did not have credit cards, so like that was it. So I sucked up the last, like a little bit of cash that I brought with me. So lesson learned for next time: bring more cash, because even though Visa is an official sponsor of the Olympics, apparently is not ubiquitous. I found Central Station. I didn't think I was going to find Central Station. I was a little lost.